It is no coincidence that in the parable of the prodigal son, the one who strays is the younger son. The allegory is clear. The younger son did not want to be bound by the order established by God. He wanted to be his own master, deciding for himself what was good and evil, based solely on his own desires. But the freedom he longed for was short-lived. In no time, it turned into the worst kind of bondage. This parable invites us to reflect on freedom, youth, and the choices we make. It also calls us to prayer, a prayer for the wisdom to use our freedom wisely. At any stage of life, one can make foolish decisions, but youth is especially vulnerable to misusing freedom. The desire for independence is natural in youth, but it often comes with a dangerous misconception, the belief that freedom means the absence of restrictions. True freedom is not simply about having no limits. It is about having the ability to choose what is good and beneficial. When freedom is reduced to pursuing personal desires, it can easily turn into enslavement, to passions, illusions, and harmful influences. Several factors contribute to this. First, lack of experience. In youth, we often do not have enough life experience to foresee the consequences of our choices. Freedom without wisdom can lead to mistakes. Second, rebellion against boundaries. Young people sometimes reject all guidance and rules, seeing them only as limitations, without realizing that some boundaries exist to protect them. Third, external influences. Peer pressure, social media, and modern ideologies can encourage young people to chase freedom in ways that ultimately enslave them, through addictions, reckless decisions, and irresponsible lifestyles. In the end, freedom that is not guided by wisdom and virtue can lead to self-destruction. True freedom requires responsibility, the ability to choose a path that not only brings momentary satisfaction but also shapes character and leads to a meaningful life. With this in mind, let us offer a prayer, one we might call the freedom to be wise. O Lord, our Creator and Father, you who have given us free will, help us to use it wisely. May we not seek a false freedom that leads to destruction, but the true freedom that draws us closer to you. Save us, O Lord, from the recklessness of youth, from the desire to cast off your ways, thinking that we will find happiness apart from you. Grant us the wisdom to recognize that true freedom is not in lawlessness but in a life of virtue. Help those who are lost to return, just as the prodigal son returned to his father. Let everyone who has chosen the wrong path realize that your home is always open and that your love is always ready to forgive. Lord, teach us not to be swayed by the pressures of the world that tell us freedom is doing whatever we desire. Teach us to understand that we are truly free only when we live in truth, love, and righteousness. Grant us the strength to overcome our weaknesses, to resist temptations, and to build characters worthy of your kingdom. Amen.